Labour making this extraordinary announcement, just a sort of ministerial communique over the weekend, saying that they are abandoning plans for a new law due to come into force, I believe, this week to help protect free speech on campuses.
Bridget Phillipson, the new Education Secretary, has scrapped it. She says it's not fit for purpose. What do we read into this? Why would you want to scrap a law enshrining free speech on British university campuses?
We've dealt with more than 500 cases connected with universities in just 4 years. There's a huge problem. It's a huge problem that goes far beyond the headline cases, Kathleen Stock, Selina Todd and so on. So it was a great victory for freedom of speech, great victory for academic freedom. Really important whether you're in universities or not, because what happens in universities tends to trickle out to the rest of society. So it was a great triumph for everyone on the left, on the right, whatever your political views, who is concerned about freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And it has more or less been swept away at the stroke of a ministerial pen.
Bridget Phillipson claims that the law would have encouraged hate speech on campuses, putting students from minority groups at risk.
Now we know what this government thinks of free speech and of academic freedom. It thinks that it is hate speech. And in the last 7 weeks, we've had this onslaught with the Freedom of Speech Act being suspended, a proposal for a definition of Islamophobia that would bring back blasphemy laws to this country. We've had this incredibly draconian approach to online speech following the riots. Just this week, we've had the proposal that misogyny should be treated within the Prevent Anti-Extremism programme, i.e. schoolboys making sexist jokes are going to be treated as if they're on a pathway to becoming terrorists. And we're not even 2 months into this government.
The Free Speech Union is to sue the government over the Education Secretary's decision to halt a law protecting academics and students against cancel culture just days before the law was going to come into force.
But I think that someone has to challenge the government, particularly over this issue of free speech. This is really the first salvo the government has fired in what I think will be a war against free speech. So unless we put a marker down now, they'll just have a free hand to ride roughshod over one of our most precious values.